and gentlemen, hello and welcome to round 2 of the first 2015 season of the ORA GT World Championship right here on GT Plant. I am Team CZR Racing on GT Plant, Team ACCRA Racing O on PlayStation Network, and
I'm the original Cheez-It, and we're here in Laguna Seca, one of my favorite tracks.
yeah, Laguna Seca. Absolutely one of the world's most renowned racetracks. It's fast, it's technical, it's a heck of a challenge, and we're going to see a lot of great battles in both races today, aren't we?
Oh, that's right. We've got 15 drivers on the grid today, more than we had at any other time previous to this, and it's going to be good. And I'm glad we get to share it with GT Planet.
Yeah. And speaking of which, it is a true honor to be featured on the news page of GT Planet. So, thanks Jordan, thanks all the other guys who helped, who have helped with the broadcast and everything, including our very own Burnt guy. Say hi, Burnt.
Hi, fellas. I'll be helping out with the broadcast by helping call out positions and where the cameras are at, because the way we're doing the broadcast, it gets cut off on the sides, and our world-renowned commenters can't see that.
He's going to be our eyes for today.
Yeah, and we're gonna be the mouths.
We're following Husk GT play. He just came out of the corkscrew, and he's heading down to these two pretty tight right-hand or switching right and left corners, roughly about 90 degrees, and we're watching qualifying right now.
Yeah, so here we go for an onboard lap with Husk GT play, and this is going to be a heck of a lap here. We start with this long curving straightaway that's hard braking into the first double apex hairpin.
And you come down, you hit this little curve right here, and you make a right hand, nice little sweeping, almost 90-degree right hand.
And then it's pretty much the same except for this corner, except it's a little bit tighter on entry. It loosens up on exit for the next corner.
As we head under the Mother's Bridge, we hit a left-hand corner. This one goes a little bit downhill and then sharp uphill. A very tough corner to deal with.
And then here it's this left-hander that dips in the middle and then rises back up. That's a great opportunity to catch a lot of grip and really fling your car out.
And here at the top of the hill, we have the infamous corkscrew, the site of many horrific accidents over the years. Just a very, very technical corner, world-renowned.
And then here, it's a very tough left-hander because of the crest in the middle.
And then a right-hander.
And then the suiting sort of hairpin to end the lap. Very hard braking and very hard to keep the car on the track on the exit there. It's a very difficult corner. I just thought about this, but I like how the lap sort of starts and ends with massive braking zones into tight corners.
Yeah, that'll definitely lead to some overtaking. We'll also probably see a good bit of overtaking in that corner immediately following the corkscrew, depending on who has momentum through there. And here we're following TRL Evolution, who is currently on pole position with a 121.7.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to agree with you. That's a great lap. That's a massive lap of 121.7 around Laguna Seca.
Here is GTP Kane in second position with a 122.02.
Third is RCP 929, who's currently stopped somewhere, along with it looks like FRS Skater there. Well, it doesn't really matter if they stop on the track, though, because, the cars... Well, TNR Pfeiffer just did something. Did you see what his line just did there?
Yeah. There is TNR5 Zygon. with a
Yep.
122.33, which puts him in P4 for right now, coming up on Husk GT Play.
I'll tell you what, though, TR5 Zygon's qualifying results typically aren't very reflective of his race results. I mean, he usually finishes a little bit higher in the field than his qualifying results show. Yeah, one wonders if, you know, well, then again, you can't tune your cars between sessions, so just one wonders if maybe he's a little bit better once he's actually got other cars around him. Because as a real racing driver myself, I can attest to the fact that that does really affect your mentality, having other cars sort of as a meter, a gauge to judge your own speed. So I wonder about that.
It looks like we have reached the end of qualifying. We were following along with TNR Rebellion, with teams TNR and TWR fresh off of stunning performances at the 24 Hours of Daytona last weekend. Team TWR winning the GT500 and the overall, of course. How do you think that race is going to affect their momentum coming into this at all, CZR?
I'm not sure. I think it's more of a setup sort of deal. If they could keep basically the same sort of idea behind their steps and then just sort of rework that sort of, I don't know how to say this basically, but to put it plainly, I don't think that this is really going to affect their momentum from round one is going to affect them at all, because it's just hard to put into words why. I just get that hunch that that's not really going to be the case.
All right, here we are with the final setup with the grid for our first sprint race here. GTP Kane, followed by TNR5 Zygon.
And TRL Evolution and RCP 929.
TNR Rebellion in that Z4 GT3, and GTP Jamie with the Corvette Z06 race car.
And it's TNR 54702 with the Viper GTSR Team ORA, and EOL with the Mercedes SLS AMG GT3, rounding out your top 8.
Alright, we're gonna have to watch this start here.
Yeah, well, yep, they are off and away, and this is going to be exciting hanging down to this first turn. Because good lord, there's a lot of braking. That Viper has a launch up the inside. That was
EOL is not happy. give him a little tap. There's a lot of contact going on between that SLS and the Viper.
I know. And EOL is barely holding off one of the Audis. Who's that in the Audi, Bert?
That is Berbatov.
Berbatov, yeah. Barely holding off one of the Audis. We got a little German fight going on.
EOL holding up a large pack of people right now. Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Bumping.
And Berbatov plainly not very happy with that. And we've got Husk GT Play almost went off there in the background.
The first trip through the corkscrew.
Yeah. The first trip through the corkscrew is always, well, the most suspenseful, for one thing. There's, whoa, as RCB 929
We've got a lot
almost
going
loses.
on this first lap here.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. RCB 929 appears to be having some trouble pinning the power down on that Ford. How's that going to affect him?
It's gonna affect him a lot, because he's gonna fatigue a lot more through the race than somebody who has an easier time pinning down that power. That's really what wears you down in a race, trying to keep that car straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on the other hand, we've got TRL Evolution in that NSX. That's a very docile car. It always has been. But we've got TRL Evolution, that NSX. He's going to be an absolute threat to win this race. He's constantly been up there. For the 3 races we've seen, he has constantly been up there challenging for the lead, for the win. I think if predictions can be made about this race, which really they can't because it's Laguna Seca, but I think if I was gonna make a prediction, I would put money on TRL Evolution to take the win here.
And there's a notable absence here at Laguna Seca. Gabgus is not in the lineup today, and that's going to shake up especially the top 3 and the top 5 quite a bit, because Gabgus is really, he's on it a lot.
Yeah, he's a great driver. I just wonder why he missed. But anyway, we've got a battle between TNR Pfeiffer 702 and...
That is Rebellion, TNR Rebellion.
Yeah, TNR Rebellion. Pfeiffer takes the position, but Rebellion fights back on the inside. Taps Pfeiffer's left rear, but that doesn't really affect him at all. Pfeiffer gets the position. Now he's on RCB 929. And going through the third turn there. Yeah, I'm looking for him to make a move here, as we've got a 3-way battle for the lead between GTP Kane, TNR5 Saigon, and TRL Evolution. Man, GTP Kane, that's another person I'd tag to win here today.
He's due for a win, that's for sure. He hasn't had the best luck in the past 3 races, but he is due for a victory.
That he definitely is. 5 Saigon gets loose. Gets a little bit twitchy there, but he's able to bring that Audi back. And that was a bit of a rush there for a brief second. Yep. And well, we've got numerous battles really. Look at the background. We've got like at least 3 or 4 battles within, I don't know, a straightaway of each other, basically. And we've got Berbatov GTR GTP Jammy, and that Corvette almost launches up the inside, but Berbatov is able to close the door on him. But I think we should stay here for the time being, because I expect GTP Jammy to do something very drastic here in just a brief second. He almost washes wide on the entry of that corner. Yeah, he's got the draft. He's got Berbatov's draft. He's not going to do anything. I wonder if he's going to try something through the corkscrew. That would be not very wise. No, through the corkscrew they go.
Now we gotta watch this corner immediately following. That's where you're gonna see a lot of the overtaking as a result of the corkscrew.
Yep. Not quite, though. He doesn't quite get to Berbatov's rear bumper.
We'll see what happens in the final corner here. And not much.
He gets a little bit loose. Jammy does. He gets a little bit loose. Meanwhile, we've got a battle between FRS Skater and one of the Hondas, TWR Sub 72. That's, well, it's not only is it really close, but the 2 guys behind him are about to join in battle as well. So, I wonder how much time we have left here. 13 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't expect it to get any calmer. Do you, Cheese?
It never gets calmer during the sprint race.
Yeah, that's why ORA races are so awesome to watch. I mean, it's just literally packed with adrenaline from start to finish. Huh?
It's constant. That's, the sprint races, there's always something going on, and even the endurance races aren't long enough to really see a whole lot of calming down. This isn't, it's not a 24-hour race or 12-hour race where, you start seeing people being on different laps from each other. Everybody's almost always on the lead lap, and there's always something happening.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, it looks like we've got a battle for, I believe it's first place.
First place.
Yeah, between GTP Kane and TNR5 Zygon. No, GTP Kane's escaped up the road a little bit. This is TNR5 Zygon, TRL Evolution. Evolution is pushing that NSX extremely hard. Yeah, I mean, he just went off the road and got all sorts of twitchy back there between those two corners.
And Kane's got to be loving this because he's up the road a little ways, and his two main problems are fighting each other right now.
Yeah, he's got a little bag of popcorn in that Corvette. And he's just sitting there.
That TNR5 Zygon's catching him quick.
Oh yeah, down that back straightaway, he caught up about 3 or 4 car lengths.
He gets a little slidey there.
Yeah, he lost about a car length through there, but that doesn't really matter. So TNR5 Zygon is catching GTP Kane. This could easily evolve into a battle for first. In fact, it has. They are right there on GTP Kane. Oh, Ford almost went off there. Woo! that thing just took a dead right. That was a little scary. So 5 Zygon and GTP Kane and TRL Evolution are going at it for the lead. I say going at it. Yep, going at it. That is as close to Earnhardting GTP Kane as I have ever seen. Look at this. He is right on that bumper. He goes to the outside, tries to take him to the cleaners. It almost works.
Maybe if he can get a little push from Evolution there, he might be able to make it.
Nope, he tries to switch back through the ensuing left-hander. And here we go into the corkscrew. Oh, this is close.
Biter. It's a nail biter.
Oh,
they're
all three a little twitchy through there. 5 Zygon gets loose on the exit.
Yeah, 5 Zygon got the worst of that.
Yeah. And, well, but he got the worst of it. He's still right there. He is still within not only shouting distance, but pretty much touching distance of GTP Kane as they go down the main straight. If I'm Evolution, I'm not pulling out right now. I'm just letting 5 Zygon, or I'm going for a run up the inside into the braking zone. That seems like a safe choice.
There are no safe decisions made in racing.
No. Just ones that are slightly less dangerous than other ones. So TNR 5 Zygon, GTP Kane has a little bit of breathing distance to 5 Zygon right now, but and TRL Evolution has a little bit of breathing distance. Well, a lot of breathing distance to the Viper behind him. So, whoa, 5 Zygon gets a little bit loose there. This is going to be very close at the end. Nine minutes and 20 seconds left. If things were going to calm down, they would have by now. But, geez, just describe the amount of stress that these sprint races bring to these guys.
You don't worry about your position. You worry about not crashing. That's your main concern, is don't let the guy behind me hit me and make me wreck and just start falling down the grid. You gotta, it's really about making your choices, whether it's to defend your position or go for the next one. There's a lot of stress involved.
Yeah, a huge amount of strategy too, as far as that's concerned, I'd imagine. So we are with one of those 3 cars at the bottom of the screen. Good job, cameraman.
That's FRS Skater.
Yeah, we are with FRS Skater, who's currently attacking Sub 72. Sub 72 gets a little bit loose in that NSX there, which allows FRS Skater to catch him just a little bit, going through that left-hander before the corkscrew. And is he going to make a move? He's got to make a move soon. And even though this is for 10th, look at Look at how intense the battle is. This is just, ooh, FRS Skater goes off there a little bit, goes off on the next corner as well, and there. He is pushing that Nissan GTR for all it is worth. Berbatov is fallen way down the order. He has fallen way back off the leaders. I wonder what's up with that.
Maybe there was just like an accident that we missed or something.
Yeah, there could very well have been.
Let's check back in with the top 3 real quick.
Because that's going to be oh, it does look like, well, the top 2. TR5 Psych and TRL Evolution are going at for the lead.
Oh, where's GTP?
Kane's 12th. He must have had an off. That's
a big off.
Yeah, huge.
I don't know how we could have missed that.
I don't know either, but TRL Evolution and TNR5 Zygon are currently throwing some heavy punches.
Oh. TRL Evolution's looking to join Kane back there.
Yeah, the way he's driving, he will very soon. But he's got 5 Zygon's draft. And is he going to try to make a move here? No, he's just a little bit too far back. Just a little bit too far back. But, this, like I said, this is getting absolutely intense. We cut to a 3-car battle.
For 4th.
For 4th with Pfeiffer 702 EOL, who we like to call second place man.
It's all love, EOL. It's all love.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rebellion back there. Yeah, the reason we call EOL second place man was because the first 2 races that we called, well, our audition tape in the first race we actually called, he finished second place in both of them. So, second place man. Oh, and we are back with the leaders. 5 Second goes wide. He almost goes off.
Oh, he almost took Evolution with him too.
Yeah. Evolution had to do some quick thinking there.
Well, I mean, he's driving with the Senna suit, so it must give him better reflexes.
Yeah.
Quick.
5 Second goes off. He's in the wall.
Oh, that
Evolution takes the lead.
That was questionable there. That, to me, that almost looked like Evolution pushed Zygon a little bit.
Well, I mean, we are in the latter stages of the sprint race, so...
Either way, 5 Zygon's not gonna be happy.
Nope. He's gonna look for TRL Evolution's engine on a stick here in the endurance race. And back with RCB 929, holding a very solid
ground.
Yeah.
To Pfeiffer there.
Yeah. Holding a very solid 3rd place. Pfeiffer's following along in 4th. Not too much happening between these 2. And meanwhile, EOL is in 5th. And TNR Rebellion's in 6th. 7th is GTP Jammy, the first of the Corvettes. 8th is Berbatov. 9th is TWR Step 72. 10th, FRS Skater. Followed very shortly by Husk GT Play. Or Husky Farming as they call him on GT Plant. I wonder how that came to be. I could have sworn that these guys were farther apart. Anyway, moving on. 12th, GTP Kane after his apparently massive off. 13th, Kralo. And 14th and last, TWR Greco. So that's your running order, excuse me. How much time do we have left?
Alright, we're gonna have about enough time for, let's see, probably, yeah, we've got enough time for about 3 more laps.
Yeah, 3 absolute laps of pure adrenaline, because look at this. TRL Evolution and TNR 5 Zygon have separated a little bit. 5 Zygon, no doubt, maybe it was a little bit of damage after whacking the wall a good one there on that last corner of the previous lap. Does he actually have any damage? Yeah, so that's probably what's affecting this car. TRL Evolution is running off with the W so far, but then again, this is Laguna Seca, cheese. Anything can happen.
We saw what happened to Kane.
Yep. And what happened to Five Zygon. Pfeiffer and
RCB.
RCB 929 are going at it there. Very, very close. It looks like Pfeiffer's actually caught up to RCB quite a bit. Because last time we were on these guys, or, you know, we stayed on for a long time, I think Pfeiffer was a bit further back, but I think we should stay here and keep an eye on this because this is going to be interesting. So, TNR Pfeiffer is, yeah, I'm basically just waiting for him to make a move. I'm sitting here waiting for him to make a move or go off the track horrifically, one of those. But, yeah, Alright. Oh, we have a battle between FRS Skater, GTB Kane, and Husk GT Play. And
Kane's not going down without a fight.
No, definitely not. So, yeah. So, I mean, Kane. That was a fall from grace. I did not expect that.
Oh, he'll be looking for redemption in the enduro race.
Yeah.
So we're following along with FRS Skater here in that Nissan GT3, and Kane is really trying to push it. This looks like it's probably going to be the last lap here. Yeah, 17 seconds remaining, and Husk GT Play. He's kind of staying back a little bit. He might be plotting something.
Oh, Kane goes for a move from the inside. Wax the GTR goes off a little bit, and that gives us GT
position.
11th place.
Kane is back to 12. Oh,
He almost
fighting it.
Yeah.
Makes the pass once again. Oh, this is.
Yeah, this is an adrenaline rush, and this is what we've come to expect. Yep. So we've got Bell. Go back.
TNR and Pfeiffer.
Yeah. TNR and Pfeiffer, the BMW and the Corvette, shortly followed by the BMW and the Viper, I should say, shortly followed by the Corvette of Jammy. My mouth works sometimes. I'm on it. Honestly, folks. Yeah.
No,
So, GTP Jammy, I thought he was gonna make a move up there. He looked like he was definitely positioning that Corvette to make a move, but nope. So, TNR Rebellion takes 5th there. Undoubtedly a very hotly contested 5th at that. And then 8th is Berbatov, 9th is TWRSF 72, 10th is FRS Skater, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, and then 11th is
GT.
Kane. 12th is Husky Farman, or Husk GT Play as he's called here. And then 13th is Craylow, and 14th is that Sub 72? Yes, Sub 72. TWR Sub 72.
Greco.
Greco. Like I said, we can only see so much of the screen, so. Or like Burnt Guy said, we can only see so much of the screen. Burnt Guy can see the whole screen. We can only see about the middle 2/3. But anyway, so that was the sprint race here at Laguna Seca, and we're going to take a look at the finishing order right now. So P1 TRL Evolution in the Honda NSX Prototype LM race car. P2 TNR5 Zygon in the Audi RA LMS Ultra.
RCV 929 in position 3 with the Ford GT LM spec car. EOL in the Mercedes SLS GT3 and P4.
5th TNR Rebellion in the BMW Z4 GT3 2011. 16R Pfeiffer 702. Viper in the Viper GTSR Team Orca number 51.
GTP Jammy and for Team Corvette Racing, and followed by Berbatov GTR and the Audi R8 LMS.
9th goes to TWR Sub 72 in a Honda. 10th goes to FRS Skater in the first and only Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 Nissan GT Academy Team RJN GT.
GTP Kane, after that fall from grace for Team Corvette Racing, he pulls 11th. Husk GT Play in the Z4 GT3 with P12.
13th is Craylow in the second of the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test cars. And 14th and last is TWR Greco in the second of the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 GT3 Nissan GT Academy Team RJN GTs.
Burnt, remind me to not give CZR the Nissans anymore.
Yeah. He gets like a broken record.
So, yeah, that was the sprint race. We are going to take a 15-minute break, hopefully no longer than that. And yeah, we'll be back with you for the Enduro race.
Till then, enjoy commercials.
And we're back after the break. I'm getting ready to get lined up here and start the endurance part of this round 2.
Yeah, the 1 hour endurance race, a very, very well. It says endurance race. It's more like, well, it's more like pretty much the way these guys treat it, and you know, more just a stretched out sprint race, isn't it, Cheese? Because they just go at it constantly here.
Well, especially at a short track like Laguna Seca, you know, they keep bunched up quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's not helped at all by just the sheer amount of braking zones on the track. Because there are no flat out corners here. Every corner has a braking zone, and that's what really makes this track what it is as far as racing is concerned.
Yeah, and then the corkscrew always seems to stack up too if there's a good amount of racers in a pack.
It appears that we're having some technical difficulty with Cheez-It. He's not, well, he's in the Skype call, but unfortunately he's not responding to anything. So we are about to round the final corner and wind up the formation lap here. And this is going to be exciting, isn't it?
Oh yeah. This after the sprint race, this ought to be great.
They're off! TRL Evolution and TR5 Zygon, your pole sitters, your front row sitters. Oh, TRL Evolution forces 5 Zygon off, but 5 Zygon cuts back to the inside and he gets the whole shot. That was an amazing move, but TRL Evolution tries to fight back on the inside, doesn't quite get the job done. And we've got, well, quite a bit of competition there on the back of the field, near the back of the field. Everything seems to have, well, I say, everything seems to have settled down. We immediately, of course, cut to a battle with GTP, Jammy, and TR Pfeiffer, and TR Rebellion, all within just shouting distance of each other. Jammy holds a position over Rebellion. For now, Rebellion tries to go on the outside, at least going into the corkscrew. But that's not a very wise move there, is it?
No. You should. Oh, then.
Oh, what a
Jammy
spin.
goes off. He's in the wall. Uh-oh.
Oh, that is too bad.
Yeah.
When he's having a hard time getting it back.
Yeah,
on
he's
track.
got some damage. He hit it pretty hard.
Yeah. But, guys, this is just the start of the race. He's still got a chance to make it back, as we have 3 cars in the pits for damage now on the first lap alone. This is weird. Oh man, this is gonna become a destruction derby, isn't it?
Let's hope not.
Well, with all the braking zones here, wouldn't be surprised if it did, but they and the guys sort of held their own through. Oh, TR Pfeiffer is around. Just as I was saying that, I don't know, because the guys held their own pretty well for the sprint race, Pfeiffer goes off in the strangest place I've ever seen.
Probably got a rear tire in the grass or something.
Yeah.
Tends to be what happens in these touring cars.
Yeah, we've got a battle for 4th place between FRS Skater, Berbatov GTR, and TNR Philo. FRS Skater looks like he got a little bit loose, but he's still skating away there. But Philo is going around the outside of Berbatov. He's got the inside coming to this corner. Nope. Depth perception, wow. Yeah. So he's still got his draft here going into turn 1. This is intense. This is a heck of a start to the race. But, yep, so Philo is shortly following Berbatov's GTR. Berbatov's GTR has got to be worried with that venomous Viper behind him.
I see what you did there, CZR. I see what you did there. And
Yeah.
Philo making his way up the inside. I don't know if he'll be able to make it happen. No.
Not
he won't.
quite. He's going to try to cut back.
Berbatov goes
Berbatov
off.
is off the track. Wow, what is happening? Everybody's going off the track. Did somebody pour oil on the track while we weren't looking? Five Zygon is off.
Both Audis go off about the same time.
This is weird. Oh, man. This is a strange race already. It's only going to get stranger. So, we are on with, well, we're on with second place man and his favorite position. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I pick on Eol so much. He's a good driver, you know. He's a very good driver to be able to hold his own as much as he does in this series. He's
You have
always
to be a good driver.
Yeah,
You know, to even be graded as a starting driver in the series, you have to be good.
yeah. Just to be great as a driver in M, you have to be, I'd say about as good as I am, but I'm about 7/10 off those guys. I don't know how even they do it. These are the best in the biz that you're watching right here. 5 Zygon launches
Out of
tries to launch
focus.
something inside. Yeah. Great job, cameraman. Yeah. 5 Zygon goes around the outside for loose Greco. And into the corkscrew. Yes, he has the position as Greco kindly cedes the position to 5 Zygon. This has just been a weird race all around. There's so many offs early on, and about 5 cars pitting, 5 or 6 cars pitting for damage to the first lap alone. This may seem like a trick question, but what are your predictions for this race, Cheese?
You're telling me to make predictions after watching what we just watched?
Yeah.
I guess seeing that TRL Evolution being the one that hasn't crashed yet, I guess I'd predict him.
Yeah. As Philo goes to the inside of FRS Skater, and yep, he gets that position nice and dandy. Just another victim of that Viper's venom. And yeah, alliteration. FRS Skater now finds himself challenged by TNR Rebellion in that BMW. And well, that's I don't think that's gonna become an issue, shall we say, here. TNR Rebellion, and well, I
He's
say
coming
that.
up on him.
Yeah. Yeah. TNR Rebellion. Those, I will say this though, those Nissans definitely haven't shown a lot of pace, have they, this season so far?
I'm not so sure if it's so much pace, because all of these drivers are pretty on pace. It comes down to mistakes being made. And if I'm not mistaken, FRS, this is his first season in Pro. I could be incorrect in saying that, but you know, it just comes down to making mistakes or making moves. And I know the specs have just been edited for the GTRs to make them a little bit slower even. So I guess it'll remain to be seen what exactly what.
Oh, we got Viper off. That was TNR
Philo.
Philo going for a little bit of an excursion in that Viper.
The Viper is not four-wheel drive and it does not have traction control. I do not suggest taking it into the sand.
No, the professional drivers on close course, making mistakes, but still. Yeah.
Do not try this at home.
Yeah. Exactly. So FRS Skater is now back within shouting distance of that Viper. Although the Viper is pulling away just a little bit, TNR Rebellion almost goes for a move there. Yeah. And as I was saying though, geez, that one point that I couldn't quite put into words, I'm not sure that the results from Red Bull Ring will actually affect these guys' mentality as Berbatov comes in. Probably for damage this early, but I'm not sure that the results at Red Bull Ring will affect these guys' momentum or mentality in any way, because Laguna Seca, it's a fast track, but at the same time, it's vastly different. So, I mean, it's just almost two separate disciplines, so I don't think it's going to affect them that much.
Well, at that point, I was more discussing TNR and TWR, seeing as they were racing at Daytona last weekend in that 24-hour race for the Endurance Series. That was more of the point I was trying to make there.
Oh.
Because we've been so far removed from Red Bull Ring, it's been 2 weeks that any momentum that you might see there is pretty null and void at this point.
Well, in that case, I don't really think that. Well, obviously we've got an ORA racer coming off of a victory at the 24 Hours of Daytona. Who was that?
That was the Team TWR.
Oh yeah, the TWR guys. So that's gonna probably affect their mentality and their momentum quite a bit, because that's a big race. That's one of the biggest in the Gran Turismo community. So if you can get a W there, you know you're dang good. So that's probably gonna affect their mentality quite a lot in a positive way. So we're following along with Cray Lowe, who has caught up with FRS Skater. TRL Evolution has walked off with the lead by miles. Look at that gap already. Good Lord. That NSX is flying. And EOL
has separation. We could see him, if he gets a few good laps, and we could see him start catching up to that NSX.
Well, I don't know, if we take a look at timing and scoring, we can sort of see what their laps are. Okay, so TRL Evolution. No, I don't think so. Because last lap he was 5/10 faster than EOL. So, but then again, that Mercedes, depending on the way it's set up, obviously that car can actually come in later in the run and become
over a second.
Huh?
Over a second off.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's while we're here, we might as well run down the order. TRL Evolution is in first, EOL second, Philo's third, TR Philo. Fourth is TR5. Can you do the next four?
We got Kralo in P5 with his last lap being a 124. TWR Greco in P6, 124.6. GTP Kane just made a pass for 7th with a 120.3, the fastest lap of the race so far. And TWR Seb with a 121.4.
And then RCB 929 is 9th, GTB Jamie is 10th, TNR Rebellion is 11th, 12th is FRS Skater.
We've got Husk GT Play and Berbatov and TNR Pfeiffer rounding out the last three. And, something interesting that we're seeing here, all of those guys that crashed and pitted for damage, they're on racing mediums right now. We'll see how that plays out. It's a daring strategy, Tom. Greg?
Yeah.
Tom. Greg, Tom?
Yeah. Yeah, that is Joe. That it is. But anyway, so yeah, think about those racing mediums. I'm not sure that's really going to affect much, because the way I see it, that's more just a remediary tactic to sort of, make up time lost by the spins. So I think that's why they're on racing mediums at this point. I don't think that's actually going to change their pit strategy much. I think the guys who are gonna come in for racing mediums for the first regular pit window are still gonna switch to racing mediums. The guys who are gonna go for hards are gonna go for hards, and so on. So I'm not sure that that's gonna affect that too much. But anyway, so we have a battle between Pfeiffer 702 and 5 Zygon. I actually heard him calling Pfeiffer Pfeffer on the 24-hour live stream.
That might just be the difference in accents.
Yeah. But Pfeiffer 702 and 5 Zygon. 5 Zygon in 4th. No doubt still reeling from that disastrous off on the last corner during the sprint race. Because that's got to affect his mentality quite a bit. He's still probably looking for Evolution engine on
Yeah,
stick.
he's
But
making him hungry. And
Pfeiffer is off.
you're gonna have to apologize to Famine about that one. Or
Yeah.
think about what you've done.
Sorry, Famine. Please don't ban me. So Pfeiffer and 5 Zygon are very close to each other. 5 Zygon is, well, yeah, he's just gonna. I don't know why I keep looking for people to make moves into the corkscrew, because it almost never happens. When it does happen, they
5 Zygon
usually
spins it.
Yeah.
You see this battle starting to turn into more of a tandem drift session here.
Yeah.
A lot of sliding going on.
Yep. If this goes on too much, then we're gonna have to make scorecards for these guys, so we can decide the position based on points. But so we've got a battle for what is that? That is 12th place. Yes, that is 12th place. FRS Skater and Husk GT Play and Berbatov, having just pitted a little while ago. So looks like Husk GT Play is almost there. He is almost on FRS Skater. He's going to try to make a move down the inside. It doesn't work. And, yeah. So FRS Skater goes off. Husk GT Play almost goes around. Uh-oh. That probably means that Husk GT Play has some damage. Does it? Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't
Right.
have much to lose, so.
No. I mean, this is, after all, the battle for 12th place. Berbatov, on the other hand, that's a car that could easily finish maybe 5th or 6th. He's got everything to lose. If these guys have him screw up, because he's so close to them, you know, well, I say that as he goes around one. But if FRS Skater screws up, then Berbatov GTR is in danger. He's got a lot to lose. That's a very fast car.
And Husk drops back to 14th, presumably due to that damage.
Yeah.
FRS Skater, they all make it through corkscrew, all right. Keep wanting to call it chicane.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they make it through turn all right as well.
Through turn.
And Husk GT Play comes into pit, but we're going to stay with Berbatov and FRS Skater, as FRS Skater gets a mirror full of that Audi coming down the front straightaway, and nope, he still can't make it. Berbatov is just, well, at this point, he's probably just sitting there waiting for FRS to make a move, because he's got quite a gap ahead of him. I definitely don't think I'd be endangering the car at this point with such a gap ahead of FRS Skater. Do you?
A lot of it's probably racing for pride. He's wanting that position really bad, but sometimes pride makes you make bad decisions.
Yeah, and TR Rebellion is with GTP Jammy for 4th place here. And he gets a little bit loose. A little bit loose. Is very easy to do that through that corner, isn't it?
Oh, it's real easy to get loose on almost any corner on this track. The ones I find in particular are that first hairpin. A lot of times putting the power down can be a pain, and then the corner immediately following the corkscrew can be a big problem. But this is can be a real loose track for high-powered rear-wheel drive cars.
Yeah, and
Says Captain Obvious.
And we've got TR Rebellion. Well, this is the same battle we were watching, but TR Rebellion, he tries to make a move to the inside there. Unfortunately, can't quite make it.
Made quite a resurgence after that last place finish in the sprint race. He's up to 7th now.
Then again, we did see quite a bit of just sheer unbridled chaos in the first 2 laps of the race, so he's probably capitalized on that a little bit. I think really at this point it's just, well, obviously it's mainly about not making mistakes, but I mean just especially so with this track and just how much you can screw up on it any given point, and the fact that there's always a battle going on too, as we see between TNR Philo and TNR Pfeiffer and Philo. My apologies. As the 2 Vipers go through the corkscrew.
Yeah, I don't think this is really going to devolve into a real major battle. I think they're mostly going to push each other to try to see if they can catch that NSX of Evolution.
Yeah. Well, as you say that, as Pfeiffer goes for a pass. Whenever we do, the competitors do the exact opposite. Whatever we say, it doesn't matter.
You know how everybody always calls commentators like morons in sports? It's not their fault. It's just the teams do the exact opposite of what they think they're going to do.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You know, there's no better evidence of that than this race so far. So how long do we have left? 46 minutes.
36.
36 minutes, and it already feels like we've done an entire race because just the sheer amount of twists and turns that this race has had. This is quite entertaining stuff. So once again, Jammy and Rebellion, they seem to be the closest battle on the track right now. And as we switch to my favorite camera angle back there, yeah, can't really see much. Great focus. Yeah, so the BMW, this BMW is closing up on GTP Jammy really very slowly. He's got to run up into the chicane, into the corkscrew. He's got to run up into the corkscrew, and he doesn't do much with it, so I don't know. I don't know what exactly he's going to do.
Alright, we're seeing that same battle, and Rebellion's really pushing that BMW hard, and I'm not sure if it's paying off right now. We see Kralo and GTP Kane, I believe. They're both in the pits right now.
I believe that was Jammy, actually.
GTP Jammy, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
that would be Kane, wouldn't it?
No, he was in front of the BMW.
Is Kane in 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. Well, apologies. We've been following all of these amazing battles back in the pack, like this one right here. We've got 2 Vipers going going for it. Pfeiffer does not pit, but his Viper friend there does. So, I'm sorry, who?
Philo.
Oh, Philo, my bad. But second place is in the pits.
Evolution. I believe that is TNR or no, it's not. Oh, TNR.
Pfeiffer just decides to.
Oh, we've got an engine failure.
Yep.
Let's
Us
play
GT
gone.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Give me your coat shoes.
You did not do that.
But anyway, so Jemmy and Evolution. Well, that wasn't much of a fight. As Evolution gets by Jemmy pretty convincingly there. Jemmy almost
Jammy slapped traffic. Yeah, so Jammy just let him by.
Yeah, he almost goes off there, though, at the corkscrew. So, I wonder, are there any other battles right now? As Evolution's in the pits again. Or, not again, this is his first trip into the pits, but... so, TWR Greco, we're following along as TWR Greco as he's, with his best GTR, GT friend there, FRS Skater. So, and they in turn are behind Seb 72. So why don't we take this opportunity to do a, well, I was going to say we should take this opportunity to do a quick rundown of the field, but the first two guys are in the pits. So I think we should wait. Seb 72 though, rather uncharacteristic performance. Jeez.
Yeah, especially with his NSX teammate running away with it right now. That's kind of odd. You know, it just goes to show that it's not all in the car. It comes down to the driver as well.
Yeah, spades more here than it did at Red Bull Ring, especially because Red Bull Ring, as much as it was a challenging track to race on, it's more of a super speedway almost, in just the amount of slipstreaming that you have to focus on. But there's a lot more room for error here because there's just so much more elevation changing here. You just got seemingly every corner pretty much, except for turn one is just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's a very challenging track. So yeah, I agree. A lot more emphasis is placed on the driver, but still, where does that leave the car in this whole equation? How important is the car compared to how important it was at Red Bull Ring, at least?
It's not really so much about how fast your car is, it's about how well you're able to handle the car. So I'm assuming that a lot of these guys have tuned for stability and ease of driving as opposed to sheer outright time trial speed, because you need to be able to handle that for an hour. And at Red Bull Ring, that's not a big deal, because the Red Bull Ring's relatively easy compared to here. But at Laguna Seca, it's of utmost importance that you have a stable car. Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, so P1 is TRL Evolution in that NSX, followed by GTP Kane, I believe that is, in P2.
In third, we have EOL. And in fourth, we have TNR Philo.
And then Cheese?
5, we have another TNR driver, that is...
5 Zygon.
5 Zygon. And then Kralo in P6.
And then 7th is TWR Greco. 8th is GTP Jammy.
9 is FRS Skater. And 10 is TNR... Evolution.
No, TNR Rebellion with the
TNR Rebellion, okay.
With RCP in 11th, Berbatov in 12th, and TWR Greco in 13th.
That's really inconvenient with the team names because it cuts off their actual unique name and it just leaves their team name. So I'm just seeing TNR, GTP. I see EOL just fine.
Yeah. in third place this time. But so it does appear that we are finally at the stage of that race where, well, things have settled down a little bit. We do still have a couple of battles, but they're just a little bit further away from each other, a little bit more distant than they usually are as we cut to a battle. FRS Skater and TNR Rebellion. FRS Skater goes wide there and hands Rebellion the position, but he's going to try and cut back on the inside here. And contact! Oh!
They hold on.
Ooh, that was close.
We got GTP Kane finally coming into the pits.
Yeah.
Let's see how far that takes him back down the field.
Yeah, probably not too far because those first, I believe, 3 or 4 are a little bit spaced out. He may wind up 5th, but to all intents and purposes, I think after everybody's done cycling through the pit stops, he's gonna be back right up in P2. TRL Evolution has just run off with this race. If we could cut back to him, we could see exactly how much of a gap he has. Yeah, he's just having a field day, a track day even, in that NSX. That car is just so bad fast. He was bad fast at Red Bull Ring too, so kind of strange to see him hold just that pace for 2 weeks in a row, huh?
Yeah, I guess it just means he's a good driver. You know, he's part of the Turtle Racing League. They're full of great drivers like him.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Actually, any group you find on GT Planet, they're probably going to be full of pretty decent drivers.
yeah.
They're not average everyday lobbies.
These aren't quick match races. I'll put it that way. TNR5 Zygon a little bit slow, it looks like, coming out of that corkscrew, allowing GTP Kane to catch him up a little bit. GTP Kane on those fresh tires, I believe 5 Zygon is on pretty much vastly older tires than GTP Kane is at this point. So, well, not really. And Kane, well, still Kane has just a little bit more grip, and he's a GT Academy finalist, so definitely the mental edge is
we saw him pick it up from, how far back was he? Like 12th earlier, and he's picking it back up.
Well, that was in the sprint race, I believe.
Well, he might have started 12th, but
yeah,
he's
definitely
the
picked
most
it
of
up.
his opportunities.
He is making moves. He's up to 5th so far, but then again, we are in the latter half of the race, aren't we? Yeah, 25 minutes left, so he's going to make any more moves, he has to start making them now, because this is the point where you stop conserving your car and just start going at it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's 25 minutes left to go, so we're not really quite to that point yet. I'd say once we hit like 10, 15 minutes, somewhere in there, that's when you'll really start going for it and throwing caution to the wind. But
Yeah.
right now, I think he still might be a little bit in conserve mode.
Just a little bit. I don't think we're seeing as much as that Corvette can throw at TNR5 Zygon, but because that's a bad fast car. I mean, the Audis are stupidly fast on their own, but man, these Corvettes, especially in the hands of GTP Kane, well, they've been, as far as speed is concerned, not necessarily consistency, but speed. They've been a pretty big threat to win all 3 races that we've had so far, the 2 preseason races and the first race at Red Bull Ring that we had 2 weeks ago. So we've got.
We're following along with GTP Jammy right now as he's trying to run down TWR Seb. I don't know. It looks like he's catching him up a little bit, but that we'll see that battle once it comes to it. There's TNR Philo running down EOL, and I think he's about to become a big problem for that SLS, which is really, EOL's probably not digging that right now, because he's trying to run down. Actually, no, that is lap traffic, my mistake. But Philo making a move here. A little bit of contact coming into the corkscrew, and in this left-hander here, we'll see what happens. Will he be able to get a run? Oh, EOL fends him off a little bit. All right, this is going to be a deciding corner here for this battle. And he decides to not make the move right away. We'll see if he catches it in the draft and picks up the braking zone. TNR brakes. He's going to try to get him on the exit here, and he's not going to quite be able to do it.
Oh, yeah, these guys are very close. He almost runs into the back of EOL there. Is he going to try and make a move up the inside? No, he's just putting the fear of Viper into EOL right now. And what a coincidence, I come back in EOL second. But yeah. Anyway, PNR Philo is... he's just right there. This is so close. This is so exciting.
Oh, he's trying to... Oh, it looks like he's trying to drive him down in. Nope, not quite.
Yeah. Like I was saying, that's...
He got a run up in this left-hander earlier. See if he can make it happen in the final corner here.
Oh, he's gonna try...
He's gonna try to switch him over.
Which he does successfully, but he gets a little bit looser. He can't really capitalize on it. But he's still right there for this first corner. This demonic braking zone here. No, not quite there. He tries to go on the outside.
He's gonna come inside.
The sentence structure, cheese.
I'm trying to keep this professional, CZR. Jesus.
But anyway, so TNR Philo is still there. Man, my heart.
Philo.
He goes off. He goes off. He spins. That's a game changer. That's a big game changer, isn't it, Cheese?
Oh, that's heartbreaking. EOL's gonna not run away with it, but
probably looked back there coming out of that corkscrew and said, "Where's Philo?"
Probably got a nice little giggle out of that one.
Yeah. And now Philo finds himself behind the lap car of Berbatov GTR. And Berbatov is going to give the position away here, or give the track away, I should say, at least in the first corner. I don't know. Berbatov may be trying to unlap himself. I don't think I would be doing that because he's way behind TRL Evolution. Yeah, so man, that just sucks for Philo, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's really too bad for him. He had a good run, but I think he just was pushing it a little too hard, and that's why I say that they're staying in conservative mode for right now. Obviously they're not, but they probably should be. And we see GTP Kane in fourth.
He's trying
Coming
to,
up,
well...
I think that was lap traffic.
Yeah, that was lap traffic. So he is in a very solid P4. Yeah, that was FRS Skater. He was a lap down He's he's way back there, further back than I expect him to be. He's 12. So, what could have happened? I wonder, because he was up there. I think he was, what was he, around 7th in the sprint? Where was he in the sprint?
I don't remember, actually. I seem to remember him being closer to the back of the pack, but who knows?
But definitely not that far back. And in our Philo is coming up on the lap car of Berbatov GTR. Berbatov is going to cede the position there very nicely. How much time do we have left, Bert? 18? Yeah, 18 and a half minutes. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, just in case you're tuning in to the ORA GT World Championship, we can only see about the central maybe 2/3 of the screen, so the sides are cut off, so we can't see exactly how much time there is. That's why we have our behind the scenes guy, usually behind the scenes guy, at least front guy, carrying the stream for us, and he gets to see everything and tell us exactly what's what. So, are there any good battles right now? Because I believe TRL Evolution is just, he's probably lapped the entire field by now.
He's stomping right now.
Yeah, he's pretty much checked out. Evolution, even with damage, he's still running really good laps. 119.9. Wow. Well,
then again, that may be damage from that incident that he had earlier in the race. I believe it was on the first lap. He had to pit. He had to pit like on the second lap to get that fixed. But yeah, he's 18.9. That's ridiculous. Is he on mediums? I wonder.
Well, I don't know what he changed to, because the game doesn't, when you pit, it doesn't change from what you had. He started out on race hards. I don't know if he's still on race hards or not, because the game doesn't work correctly.
I'd say if he's running 18s, he's probably on mediums though.
Yeah,
but that's
probably.
Yeah, but so second place EOL. Let's check in on him. Yeah, he's still running. Yeah, he's still running fairly solidly in second place. TNR is at Philo is lapping Kralo. Kralo gives him the position very nicely on the inside. Fourth place, GTP Kane, I believe that is. Yep, in that yellow and black, sinister looking number 3 Corvette. There's that. Yeah, and TNR 5 Zygon is P5 coming up on one of the Nissans. About to lap on the Nissans. P6 is CWR Sub 72. And Cheese, you do the rest.
We got RCB following in the Ford GT. And then I do believe that's GTP Jammy in the Corvette. And then TNR Rebellion in the Z4 GT3 gets a little loose there.
A little.
A little.
And then, go ahead.
Graylo in the Ford GT once again. Berbatov GTR. And nice cornering there. And then FRS Skater in the Nissan GTR. And then TWR Greco, which I'm not sure what happened to him. He was running up there earlier, but he's in the Nissan as well.
Yeah. And Berbatov GTR, that's another uncharacteristic performance. 11th, he's usually up there contending for at least top 5s or podiums, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 15 to go. Berbatov gets kind of into the wall there.
Yeah.
Kane's able to get around him for lap traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Berbatov, but yeah, that was he probably went off just his mentality, just because of his mentality is probably like, oh good lord, yeah, I expected so much better for myself going here. You know, when you get to thinking that, that can really lead to, you know, some big mistakes. It's all about mentality in racing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta be confident in yourself, and you gotta, you know, really just keep at it. That's the most important thing. Is whatever it is, focus and keep fighting. And there's always another position that you can gain. You know? We've seen, you know, if you see real life racing, you see people come back from being 20, 30 laps down in a 24-hour race, come back and win it. You know, that's really what it comes down to, is that determination to push.
Yeah, that determination to get that W, but unfortunately, it just doesn't look like Berbatov is gonna be a threat here, which is horribly unusual. But you know, it's racing. It's the nature of the sport. Just things happen so much in racing, and we've only got 12 cars, so we've had a disconnect. Who was it? Five Zygon disconnected, so that's unfortunate. He was running way up there, wasn't he, Cheese?
Yeah, he was competing in that top 5, top 3. Of course, was unable to touch Evolution, but yeah, he definitely had a shot at a podium there.
At this point, a Red Bull would be unable to touch Evolution, but so we are with RCB 929, and this is a battle for position this time. With TWR Sub 72 in the second of those very quick Honda NSXs. Battle for 5th. A double top 5 so far for Honda. That's a heck of an achievement here. RCB, well, it looked like he was going to have a lunge up the inside, or at least wreck Sub 72. It looked like he was on that trajectory almost. But, yep, so he's following along with Sub 72. We've got a car off. That was that Berbatov? I believe that was Berbatov. Yeah, that was Berbatov going off again. His GTR, his day is very soggy noodle at this point.
I don't like that phrase. All right, we see TRL Evolution coming in through the corkscrew, and it's just killing it right now.
Yeah, rocking faces.
Philo and EOL are back.
Yeah. So EOL and Philo are very close to each other.
They've been battling all race.
Yeah. Well, all race. I mean, EOL had a little bit of a gap there for a bit, but TR Philo decides to apply the chrome horn there. Doesn't really work. EOL still gets the position, but man, Philo is getting antsy. You can tell he's getting very antsy. Yeah, Kane's back there. He's had view to a couple of amazing battles here today. I mean, in the sprint race, and now this, he's saying, "Oh yeah, guys, keep going. Both of y'all wreck so I can just get these positions real quick." That's exactly what he's saying. So EOL is, well, he almost went off there a little bit, but I don't know. TNR Philo's looking to sting. He's looking to bite. As he goes exactly nowhere, except, nope. He doesn't try the inside this time, which is, yeah. And he's got that Viper coiled up in a big coil. He's going to try to attack here.
He's going to try to hit him in this left-hander.
Yeah.
He's been consistent through there all day, and he's able to get a run up on EOL. Will he be able to make it on the inside? Oh,
yep,
it's gonna
he
get,
goes the inside. But EOL shuts the door on him quite hard.
He hit the brakes too hard.
Yeah. Philo's not going to be EOL for shutting the door that hard on him, though. I mean, that was a reflex move more than anything. Philo gets it. The Philo gets a little bit loose coming out of there, but he is applying the pressure to EOL. Something massive right now. As well, he tries
Philo.
to.
Coming in hot.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely gave the inside a try there. He's getting a little bit loose, man. He is just overdriving that Viper a little bit.
GTP Kane just watching and waiting right now.
Yeah, and trying not to put his Corvette off as Philo goes for a move on the inside.
Oh, he picks him up. Nope.
Contact between them.
Philo runs wide. He's going to have the inside. He makes it past him. Ooh.
And that is not
That's
over yet.
impressive.
Yeah. Move of the day, by far, goes to TNR Philo. Well, so far at least.
I'd say move of the day goes to every second of TRL Evolution's race.
Well, that too, but
It's not. I don't know if we could qualify that as a race. It's more just an endurance time trial.
yeah, a track day. Yeah, so TWR 772 and RCB 929. We keep talking about these guys. They are whenever we see them, they're together. It's strange. Best buddies by now, I'm sure. But so, yep, Seb 72 has the position for now. This is, by the way, battle for 5th place. And RCB 929 is right there within batting distance. How much time? 7 minutes to go. So, pretty much, well, is that under 7 minutes or over 7 minutes?
About 7 minutes.
Yeah. So, 7 minutes left to go. And, well, we have a fight between GTP Kane and EOL. So, where did, I wonder where TWR, I wonder where the guy EOL was fighting went.
Oh, he's up ahead there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes,
TNR.
he is. Yes, he is. My bad. I'm blind. But anyway, so Kane fighting EOL. He is being the Intimidator. He is pretty much representing that number 3 on that Corvette to its fullest right now. He might just turn hard EOL if EOL doesn't move out of the way right quick. Or he could dive to the inside. Nope. Not quite. But yeah, he's definitely going to have a run on him into the corkscrew. Tries the outside. That's a strange move.
Oh,
Contact between them. Kane. Oof.
Oh, that's why he tried the outside like that. He knew he'd be able to switch over to the inside in the down portion. Smart move by Kane, unable to quite execute it.
Yeah. Perhaps because that tap by EOL there, that was...
Yeah,
that was-
EOL doesn't want to lose another position.
No. Heck, he was fighting Pfeiffer pretty hard for 2nd place. EOL is fighting tooth and nail for every position at this point. I mean, let it never be said that EOL is easy to get by. GTP Kane, he gets a little bit...
Both of those cars are wide as the earth.
Yeah. I mean, GTP Kane got a little bit crossed up there. They're coming up on TNR Philo. Philo seems to have slowed down. That's strange. So...
No, I think it's just the perspective of the camera. Either that or the draft Kane and EOL have right now is actually catching him. I don't think Philo's slowed down any.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at timing and scoring. One final time. Oh, we've got a car off. Do we? Oh, well, there's a little bit of smoke going through there. But, let's right quick take one final look at timing and scoring, and well, no, not yet. GTP Kane makes. Yeah, let's try. Well, actually, let's hold on.
Let's take a look. GTP Kane is on race mediums, and he's given EOL a real hard time.
Yeah, Philo's run off because his. Well, I say that his last lap just changed to 23.406. So, we'll see. Yeah, that is EOL and GTP Kane catching up to Philo there. I don't know, words escaped me there for a second.
We see everybody below 4th except for FRS Skater and Cralo are running on those race mediums. The top 3 are on race hards.
Strange.
We also see, however, that the top 3 have only pitted once so far.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll pit again.
So it does seem like TNR Pfeiffer has stretched out that lead just a little bit. How many minutes do we have left? 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. And EOL and GTP Kane are fighting very hard for 3rd place. And Kane launches it down the inside. EOL gets in the position. EOL's going to try to cross over here. Can't quite get back to the inside in time. Kane's Corvette is now a mile wide, no doubt, because EOL is going to fight tooth and nail for that position. He is right there.
Oh, no,
he spins, he's in the wall. EOL is in the wall. Man.
He recovers it nicely, though. He'll put that 4th place in his pocket.
Oh, man. But he could have had 3rd, jeez. You know? That's got to be a major bummer for him. And GTP Kane's got a massive idiot grin on his face. Just a mile wide right now.
He's going to try to run down Philo in these last couple laps. He won't make it, but he's going to try.
Well, unless Philo makes a mistake, which this is Laguna Seca, so it's still very, very possible. And meanwhile, Evolution in his X2010, disguised as an NSX, is running off with this race massively. How far is he ahead? He is
too far.
Yeah. Let's switch back to second now, just to give the audience a little bit of perspective as to how far ahead he is. Yeah, that's a massive gap. That's huge. As we can see, second place has just gotten through turn 3 there, and he's headed up to turn 4.
We see Kane back there, looming. Put the fear of Corvette in him.
Yep, exactly. So this is the fear of Corvette versus the venom of the Viper.
Good old-fashioned American racing here. And a little wiggly there through the corkscrew.
Yep, just a little bit. GTP Kane gathers it back nicely. So at this point, I imagine we've got about a lap left for these guys, right? All right, so white flag is out for Philo and TRL Evolution, but I mean he's
been running under the white flag for half this race.
He's just walked off right now. Man. So, but this is going to be something to watch here. TNR Philo and GTP Kane very close. TNR Philo has got to be worried about the Intimidator back there in that number 3 Corvette. That GT Academy finalist that just happens to be looming in his rearview mirror. Well, I say that, Philo's one of the best drivers we have here in this series by far. He goes up, obviously, against guys of Kane's caliber just every week, as TRL Evolution has won the race and triggered the time limit. So, I don't know, Kane's right there. He's going to try something. He's going to try and make
this is going to be something else. But he's not going to get it.
No, not quite. Oh, Philo goes off a little bit there. Kane is right there.
Oh, it's a drag race. It's a drag
race. Philo gets it just barely.
Philo gets it by a toenail.
Oh, that was something else as EOL comes across for a comfortable but disappointing fourth. Fifth place is TWR 72. Sixth is RCB 929. Seventh is GTP Jammy. Eighth is TNR Rebellion. And then you do the rest, Cheese.
Berbatov in ninth in that Audi, and FRS Skater. He's just doing a little bit of victory burnouts in that GT3 Nissan. And we see Kralo
wrecks into him. And then P12.
TWR Greco with a real disappointing day today. That's real unfortunate for Greco.
Yeah, and Kralo. I mean, good lord, Kralo's 11th. He's usually up there. I mean, this race, aside from TRL Evolution just sitting on everyone, just largely turned our expectations upside down based on what we've seen. So once Burnt gets control again, we're going to take one final look at the race results. So TRL Evolution again finishes first in that Honda NSX Prototype LM race car.
TNR Philo 32.7 seconds behind in that SRT Viper.
GTP Kane 32.839. That's
less than a tenth of a second behind Philo.
9/100ths of a second. And then
EOL in the SLS GT3 about 12 seconds behind them.
And then TWR 72, the last of the cars in the lead lap, a massive minute and 16.805 seconds behind in that Honda.
And this really shows the dominance of Evolution. RCB, the first of the cars off the lead lap in P6 of 12 in
Seventh
the GT.
Seventh is GTP Jammy in that Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Again, a lap down. Goodness. In P7.
TNR Rebellion in the Z4 GT3. Finishing on lap 43 of 44.
And then Berbatov GTR. Very disappointing, uncharacteristic result in that Audi R8 LMS Ultra.
FRS Skater in the GTR Nismo. Mediocre finish.
Yeah. And then Craig Lowe in that Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car.
And in another testament to TRL Evolution's dominance, P12 TWR Greco 2 laps behind. And just an extremely disappointing day for Greco. He finished last in the sprint, and he pulled it together for the start of the endurance and just lost it.
Yeah. Shambolic, as Into the Barrier would say. But, such is racing and such is the ORA GT World Championship, especially when we visit tracks like this, geez. It's been an amazing race here.
Ooh, what a debut for ORA on the GT Planet news page. I'm looking forward to having a bunch of people watching this. And, what a race. Shake up the points a little bit, and we move on to next week.
Yeah. So that has been round 2 of the ORA GT World Championship, brought to you by Burnt Guy. And well, if you tune in next week, it's probably going to be even better. because, well, just that's the way the ORA works.
All right, I'm the original Cheez-It.
And I am Team CCRA. I'm Team CCR Racing on GT Plant, or Team ACCRA Racing O on PSN Friend Me. and and we will see you guys next week. So see you guys then.
Adios.